Do you remember the amazing Digital Circus? As someone who's been on YouTube as much as I am, I've seen a lot of things, and the explosion of animated series on YouTube like Has-Been Hotel, Helva Boss, and Digital Circus is something I just couldn't ignore. Now, since Digital Circus is something that isn't created by VisiPop, I decided to watch it, and thanks to Spoopy Melon for helping me. Link in the description. Now, I only have to ask. Subscribe.
Whoa! Clean up on aisle U!
I'm on it, boss!
Why are you like this?
So Digital Circus is a show made by Glitch Productions right here on YouTube. It was only created a year ago, and it seems like it's already taken over most of the internet, either from the music being used in a lot of TikTok memes and trends, or just the pure smut the fanbase has made. See, the fanbase seems to really be split into 3 different categories. The people who just watch it to like the show, the brain rot, and the smut artists, which really brings the show down for me, and many shows seem to get ruined by just the community it builds. So episode 1, with 30 million views, holy shit, starts off with this intro that never seems to be used again, showing us all these unique characters. However, this intro gets interrupted by this clown girl. A lot of lore, and I mean a lot of lore, is dropped, and she's given a name, Pomni. Now, so far the worst thing about this show is how generic it is. We're only in the first few minutes, and we already have the rude, sarcastic character, the sarcastic character with parent issues, the beloved innocent new character, and the fucking crazy god character. But after getting introduced into the world of Digital Circus, a random lore exit door is shown, and Pomni kind of gets obsessed with it. But Jax, Ragatha, and Pomni go looking for this clown guy. They break into this room, and oh god, that thing starts chasing them. So our clown friend has abstructed, meaning he's lost his damn mind, and all throughout the walls are these scribbles of no exit. Jax quickly fucks off, and Ragatha gets bodied while Pomni runs for her life. She finds the exit door again, plays Roblox doors for a little bit until she lands in the void, almost leaving or finding out whatever comes next. However, Kane comes and gets her and puts her back into the hellhole of her newfound home, and she looks absolutely traumatized.
There you go! Now what the heck happened around here?
There was this B-plot of this slug thing, oh god, but that's not important. And that is it basically. And you know what? It's not really what I was expecting from the pilot episode. I didn't think these characters would have been humans stuck in a digital hell. Honestly, from the animation and the little bit I've seen before making this video, I thought it was going to be some kid slop, which it's nice that it isn't. Fully, at least. I give episode 1 a 5 out of 10. Not the worst, but not the best.
No, thanks. I'm trying to quit.
So already in episode 2, there's a massive view difference. Now episode 2 only has about 100 million views, which isn't bad, but it isn't good as it was. See, this time the plot is more focused on the adventure, which every episode seems to be more focused on the adventure of the day instead of the lore, which is something that can work. I'm just more interested in the lore and story. But anyways, today they're tasked with going to this candy kingdom and saving this stolen syrup from these gummy bandits. The cast drives up to them with this massive truck, but everything goes wrong, and their truck gets stuck in this fudge lake, and the bandits clip into a mountain. Pomni and one of the bandits fall into the damn back rooms, and we focus on the bandit for a bit while he learns that his life is a lie, and that he and everyone is just an AI.
What am I? Where's Mom?
This part of the show is actually really cool and fun to see. Pomni offers him a home at the circus, and they escape together out of this weird code room, which doubles the truck with the stolen syrup, allowing the bandits to have a truck and have the kingdom have a truck. Everybody wins. But as I was kind of predicting, our AI friend gets killed by Kane, absolutely traumatizing Pomni more, which is consistent theme so far. Pomni getting closer and closer to breaking every episode, having a nightmare at the beginning of this episode, which was animated really well.
Looks like our new friend's already abstracted.
Well, I guess we're not all cut out for it.
I don't even remember her name, honestly.
All in all, I think this is the best episode. I love the fact that the AI learns about everything and that he is just a lie. It's really cool and it's fascinating, and I just wish shows would focus on stuff like this more, taking advantage of the fact that the main setting is a digital world. I'd give this episode an 8 out of 10. So episode 3 has even more focus on the adventure of the day. There's no real glitches or anything exploiting the whole everyone is digital thing. But this time everyone is thrusted into a haunted mansion, and of course Jax gets Kinger and Pomni stuck in the scariest, hardest level.
Let's try this out.
Don't worry, Gangle, I'll get it for you!
Now, this janky one doesn't really like themselves and don't want to participate in anything. That's the whole B-plot, really. But Pomni and Kinger have to hunt down this monster, which, plot twist, is an angel sent by God and drags them into hell. Pomni gets possessed, then gets the crap beat out of her until she ain't possessed no more. And then we learn a lot about Kinger, like how he only really becomes sane in the darkness because of his wife that abstracted. And it's actually really sad and nice. However, the message of this episode is pretty overdone, and I've seen it done in hundreds of shows before. And the plot of this episode isn't really that crazy or that long, which is why my recap is pretty short. I'd give it a 7 out of 10, just because it could have done more.
Is this? What am I dealing with? Yeah, it's gonna be one of those things. Fucking digital circus, I hate it. Gone be the days where you can just be a guy in a room playing your favorite video game and screaming at a webcam and have people actually watch it. Nowadays it's all about YouTube optimization and bringing something completely new to the platform, you know? Some of you might look at these pretty animations and wonder, what the hell are you on about, dude? This looks genuinely good. This is actually quality entertainment for free on YouTube. And exactly that is the problem. I'm not saying that we cannot have good content or great animations on YouTube, but when small YouTube creators turn into big corporations, big corporate greed is eventually going to take over. And Glitch Productions is making the first steps into turning YouTube into basically Hollywood 2.0. But this isn't the only reason why I hate Glitch Productions and their animations. But how about we actually watch Digital Circus? I mean, maybe it's good, you know? Maybe I will enjoy it and change my mind. Spoiler, I will not. The first episode starts with a title card before then zooming into what could be the worst visuals for a first episode ever. This introduces us to Kane, whose voice will get progressively more annoying the more we watch this show, I will promise. This is obviously supposed to be some almighty, all-powerful, silly little guy who likes to play with his victims. But let's be honest, Glitch Productions could never create something as iconic as Bill Cipher, or even Discord for that matter. And now we get our first looks at the visuals, and as you expected, it looks absolutely horrible. Literally everything, including the characters, look like they're made out of plastic. Why would they make them look like plastic? I mean, I don't know, maybe because, I don't know, acrylic toys are easy and cheap to produce, but no. They would never do this, right? All of the Poppy Playtime kids have now found a new obsession. Now we are thrown into the main theme song, which if you have ears, you will immediately realize it sounds exactly like the Super Mario World overworld theme. Now that big studios know that they can actually make money off of YouTube views and their merchandise, imagine what kind of things might happen to YouTube. The average viewer doesn't even understand this. I dare you, go out now and try to create a YouTube channel that you can live off of. The competition is so incredibly large that as a normal person you do not stand a chance. This kind of corporal greed does not belong on YouTube. I'm sorry I keep slipping into this corporal greed talk, it just really pisses me off. Anyway, let's go into the next episode.
Now, episode 4 is the one that feels most generic and focuses the most on the adventure. I don't think there's any real B-plot, or at least one that doesn't follow inside the adventure as well. Something about this episode just doesn't really stick out to me. And it only has 60 million views, which is a dramatic difference from the first episode. But in this episode, everyone works at a fast food joint, and that's it, really. I mean, there's a little bit of lore and a little bit of emotional stuff, but nothing crazy, except we see the AI again that got killed, which is nice, but he doesn't remember anything though. I'd give it a 3 out of 10. So Digital Circus has taken over the internet, and it's crazy to see how much merch and other products have been made because of this. It almost feels like they were only mainly focusing on the money, like a normal corporation. which seems like that's what they kind of are, which is fine, but it sucks it feels like YouTube is now something where you have to be a corporation if you don't want to fail. But whatever, that's for a different time. Digital circus animation and overall style isn't my thing most of the time. See, for everything I don't like about this show, there's something that I do like. There are some beautiful animation moments and great music, but most of the jokes don't land or stick with me, except for when they do, or whenever this Bubble guy is on, which Bubble is the funniest thing about this show. I don't like most of the plot, but when it starts to get dark or use the world to its advantage, it works really well. Even though it seems like there's a lot of lore bait, I've noticed a decrease in quality between each episode and focuses on more episodic adventures, or at least that's how I see it. To me, the show's really hit or miss. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, let me know, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.